Come here and sit on my lap, give me a kiss, look in my eyes, yeah. Love the way we interact, jealousy vibes on the other side, yeah. We not gonna talk about that, paying no mind, we wasting our time, yeah. Let's get right back in the act. I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. I got a list that I'm trying to check off. Got us a room, don't care how much it costs. I got some money, let me take you out and fill up your tummy. Girl, you so cold, you make my nose runny. Want you to know, but you know already that you got it like that. I wanna be loved by you in the middle of the night when the sun rises high. Not a day goes by that you never leave my mind. You're the one that I come to first. No reason for me to search. Nobody else, no medicine, girl, you good for my health. I wanna be loved by you, by you. I wanna be loved by you, yeah. I wanna be loved by you, I wanna be loved by you,
All right, greetings, beloveds. Welcome to Muse and Magic 1111. Thanks for stopping by my channel for yet another deep dive into your tarot journey. So, reading for you, Scorpios, today. I'm sorry, I did not mean to have all this in the camera, but it is what it is. Y'all should just be, okay, stress-free. Focus on that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to just kind of dive right in. Typically, when I do readings, I do have a little bit of music playing in the beginning where I'll play a song specifically from universe to you or from your person to you or vice versa. So take that how it resonates. That was Marcus Houston, Loved by You. And you guys can look that up. I believe it's on his latest album. And there's something in it for you as far as the lyrics are concerned. So check it out. And let's just dive in. Okay. So this is going to be a relationship read today. Okay, Scorpio. We're just going to dive in and do a very quick check-in on your person or on your relational situation right now. Oh my God, I just feel like I'm just giving y'all way too much of me right now. My bad. All right, so let's see. What is going on with this situation? What is the situation? So right now, it looks like we have a situation that is definitely a romantic situation. This is a true love situation. And although the soulmate card has not come out in this particular deck, this is definitely a very loving, I feel like nurturing. This is a a nice fit. That's what I want to say. And you can just kind of tell by the way this couple looks here, they're into one another. Okay, so I feel like this is slow down. A situation where there is true love here. Okay, but at the same time, there's unrequited love. So maybe this is kind of a love affair that's a little taboo. It could be a love affair where one person loves the other or expresses love to another a little bit more than the other. I don't think this is an issue of there being a lack of attraction. But I do think that there is someone who has pulled back. Okay. And then someone who is. Okay, cool. So true love situation. Looks like somebody has pulled back with the unrequited love card. And the only reason I say that is because true love came out first. So this is clearly not a situation where there's someone where there's not mutual feelings, but it's definitely a situation where someone has kind of pulled back on the reins and has kind of, I almost want to say like there's been a dead stop, right? A dead stop. And it looks like someone really just needs to make a romantic gesture here. Someone, if this is going to be salvaged or saved or it's going to go any further, then someone definitely needs to make some type of a gesture. Okay. So what are the obstacles here? Well, someone is refusing to let go of control issues. There's way too much seriousness here. Like, I don't know if someone is just in their head about it or whatever, but the playfulness. And I get that this is probably typically a very playful situation. Like you guys can have fun together, But somebody is just taking things way too seriously or too much in their head about something. And therefore not feeling like it's safe to move forward, or it's not okay to fall, or it's not okay, or it's not safe to love. Okay, in this connection. I don't know. And maybe that's what caused this, sense of pullback, right? Then we have the guidance position here, which is love yourself first. Okay, so someone here obviously needs to do some self-work, self-transformational work. Someone here needs to learn clearly how to love themselves, because that is what's going to basically help, with the self-esteem. Because I feel like this is someone who may be just in their head because they're just not very confident. Maybe they don't feel like they deserve or are worthy of a really healthy, unconditional, romantic love. You know how people get into their routine. You've had years of going in and out of relationships where they're always very toxic or always very challenging. There's always this honeymoon phase, and then boom, kind of like this with the true love, and then this unrequited. Like there's always this honeymoon phase where things are sweet, and then someone always pulls back or stops or gets afraid, or somewhere maybe it's just becomes you start taking off the cloak of the representative, and you start really seeing who each other or who someone really is. And maybe that's part of the pullback as well. But there's something that typically changes at some point where maybe there's just a fear of commitment, but someone tends to always pull back. And I feel like Scorpios, you have this experience more times than not because you're Scorpio, because you're very passionate. You're very passionate and you're very deep, and everybody does not want to go deep. People tend to be okay as long as you stay on the surface, but when you really start getting to know someone and really start pulling out that deepness in people or inciting that in people, there is a fear factor that can come up on people at that time. Or again, your passion can sometimes be overwhelming for people because they're used to people on the surface, relating very surface like. So again, your passion runs really deep. When you love really hard. You're really into a person. You're known to be very loyal, very romantic. And people always say Scorpios are freaks, right? We hear that Scorpios are freaks. Yes, that could be a truth. However, we don't give that side of us to every lover, to every boyfriend or girlfriend, or every husband or wife. There is something that you have to trigger and incite in us to make us feel safe enough to even be explorative or creative with you in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? You have to be feminine enough or have enough masculine energy enough, right? To pull that up out of us, because everybody does not have the same experience with Scorpio. Okay. And then we have getting to know each other. Getting to know each other. This is what this is reading to me is that there needs to be time for you guys to really be able to go deep and get to know one another. Okay. I'm not saying that you don't. I'm not saying that you don't already know each other on some level, but I just feel like maybe there hasn't been this, like I just said, and there just hasn't been this time where you guys have been able to really just spend the time with one another, to be able to just be vulnerable with one another, to let your guards down with one another, and to really just go deep. Okay. Yeah, and then just really be able to express your feelings, your romantic feelings for one another. And this still goes back to someone needing to show some gesture of an expression of love, if this is going to move forward. Okay. So we're going to get into the hidden secrets here. So what are the hidden secrets here? And Yeah, so someone is very conflicted here. Someone's very conflicted. They've been kind of hot and cold. There's obviously been more than one situation going on here. Maybe someone had various options, okay, multiple choices. And so there is some confusion, uncertainty. Someone was very unsure. And then someone was abandoned. Either someone felt very abandoned. Maybe that's you, Scorpio, who felt abandoned because someone tended to walk away or just start treating you very cold or just kind of left you out in the cold, right? So there was like this distance, this separation, this blockage or something. And but I feel like this came up in another reading of yours actually this month. I'm not sure, but I feel like it did. And there was like this emphasis on, well, I won't say emphasis, but it did come up that there would be some type of a return, some type of I don't know why I feel like I see a boomerang, like, you know, this is boomerang effect. You got to sometimes let things go, and you let it go and it's going to kind of do its thing, but it always comes back. So maybe this is a situation where someone always returns back home, always returns back to you, or you keep going back. But I'm really feeling like this is a situation that is giving, like, there's going to be some type of an opportunity to make amends, okay? Especially in this making amends, this coming together, getting to know one another. This is going to basically some truth and there's going to be clarity, okay? Truth is going to come out. Yeah, someone just, I think someone was just kind of cursed with the negativity, cursed with the negative mind. You might have been literally cursed by someone else's words and intentions, because people don't realize, if they don't quote unquote knowingly deal in magic, that you're still dealing in magic, because your words are your wand. Okay, so what you speak, as a man speaketh, so shall he manifest, right? So even someone just saying something simple like, even in a third party situation, when somebody's saying, man, that's not going to work out over there, he's going to come back to me, right? It may not hold a whole lot of power if you're connected to someone who is very powerful. Well, what I'm saying is that could basically curse a situation, because words are very powerful. And if you're with a weak-minded person who doesn't even recognize or know that magic exists, or that, words are very powerful, they could come into agreement with that. You can pretty much, it's like that passive aggressive way to kind of mind fuck someone, mind control, So you're getting ready to have the best day of your life. You got up, you put your makeup on, your hair is done. For a guy, you got up, you put your cologne on, you showered, everything is great. You picked out your best shoes, your best outfit, you're going out, and you're just feeling good today. And then that one person passes you, or that one ex, or that one comment on social media of someone saying, man, why you look so tired? Or what's up with your hair today? You thought you were looking fly, but that one comment has you going, running to the bathroom to look in the mirror to see what's wrong with your hair. And that could offset your whole, like your whole day, right? You insecure the whole day, or until you get to that mirror, until you get to your bathroom break or whatever. So words are very powerful. They could implant messages, knowingly or unknowingly in other people. I don't know why I feel like I had to just really go in on that, but that's what it is. And then bottom of the deck here, yes, healing, releasing, purifying, cleansing. So I feel like once this reunion happens and this coming back around, there's going to be truth revealed. There's going to be clarity. And what one is going to find is that someone was just of too many negative minds, even if it was negative self-talk, or it was just taking in information from other people speaking negatively on the situation, or towards you, Scorpio, or towards the relationship with you and your person. Okay. But there will be healing that will take place. And I feel like, I don't know, this song comes up for me with India Ari, and she has a song, it's called Sacred Space. Check that out. There's a message in there for you, okay? Because either you are someone's sacred space, or they are yours, or vice versa. You're each other's sacred space. But I feel like it's very relevant right now for such a time as this. Okay, and we're going to get into what What's the tea? Okay. I'm saying this because it's the name of the decks that I'm using as well. But what's the tea? Okay. What's really going on? Yeah, so someone was pretty much throwing shade at this situation, being very disrespectful or judgy, maybe criticizing, even if it's your person. Like maybe they were the one. But either way, there was shade being thrown. Someone too much in their head, or either someone discussing the situation about you and them, or you and your person, and again, shade was being thrown. Okay. Yeah. There was avoidance. Someone started avoiding someone. Yeah, someone started avoiding someone, and then I think this was like a show of like when people sometimes have options, sometimes they can almost show up with this little bit of arrogance, or they can get a little puffed up. And I feel like that's what this was really about. Someone was throwing shade at a situation. Someone else kind of like was treating you, Scorpio, possibly like you were an option. Now, this could be in reverse. It could be you treating someone else and then they walked away or whatever. But I really feel like this was done to you. So you were being treated like you were an option, and someone kind of was feeling themselves and ended up just kind of avoiding and walking away, or feeling like they didn't have to take accountability for how they were treating you, and didn't have to explain themselves, and just like, oh well, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when this type of situation happens, it can kind of make Scorpio a little hung up on it. It's not Scorpio, it's women, it's men. I've seen it go in both directions. Doesn't even matter about the sign, to be honest. I've seen it all the way through every spectrum, okay? On every spectrum, I mean. And so sometimes what happens is when people kind of like cut you off and start avoiding, it almost has this effect on the other person, like, man, what did I do wrong? Was it something I said? Was it something I did? So that's what I mean by the hang up. And I just think that that's kind of what started taking place. Like, somebody thought it was something that they did wrong, or, what did I do, or whatever. So you were a little bit kind of obsessed with getting to the bottom of things, okay? Or focused, very strongly focused on getting to the bottom of things, because you're a person, Scorpio, who likes answers. You like to face things head on. You don't like people tiptoeing around you, or not being honest and giving you the truth, or insulting your intelligence by gaslighting you, or making things seem like they're not what they are. You know what I mean? Like, the best way to describe that is gaslighting, pretty much, but just making you think that you're crazy. Like you like to address things. Hey, what's happening? I'm noticing this, and this. And then people say, no, that's not what I'm doing, or that's not it. Oh, it's nothing. I just, I didn't show up because I fell asleep. Well, damn well the person didn't fall asleep. It's like, why are you insulting me like this? Why aren't you just being honest? If you didn't want to come to the to the ball, just whatever, just tell me you didn't want to go. You didn't have a suit or tuxedo or dress, or you didn't, you just weren't up to it or whatever. But be honest, or tell me, hey, you're married. Don't tell me after all of the stuff. Just say right off the bat, hey, I got a situation. And that way it allows Scorpio, to decide how you want to move forward. Hey, I don't deal with married people. I don't deal with people in relationships. Or okay, well, if you say it's what it is and what it ain't, then maybe I can kind of get my head around it. But either way, just don't insult my intelligence by lying to me when I'm already too intuitive to know that you are not being honest. I'm too intuitive to believe the bullshit, and even if I don't know what it is and I'm not putting my finger on it dead on, I know that it's not what you're telling me. that was a message for someone, because I feel your pain. I get it. And then someone was being very petty. So this comes from small-mindedness. It comes from it's almost like this, someone who's just very immature. I see insignificant information or insignificant drama, unnecessary drama. Ugh. Dang. Wow, that's wild. Well, let's see what changes. Actually, no, bump that. Let's do messages. Let's do messages and see what messages your person has for you now. This is from the Dark Confession, so these cards can be brutally honest, or they could be very, very foretelling, okay? And then we're going to end this. But what does your person want to say to you? Okay, I am seeing someone, but I am not ready for you to know about them yet. Yeah, I get the feeling like someone has had options and, again, kind of dipped out or made a choice. And it's almost like they didn't want to tell you because they don't really want to ruin their chances with you or cut you completely off. In the event that this doesn't work out, they don't have to admit to it being another person who came between you. It's like, oh, I just needed some time to think. I just needed some space. You know, I got all this going on, Scorpio. But, you know, right? But not knowing that if they're really just honest with you, because you're Scorpio, if they're just blatantly honest with you, at least, you know, they're still going to get your compassion. They're still going to receive your love and understanding. Doesn't mean that you have to stay and wait around for anyone, but that you're still going to be understanding at least, and you'll still hold a space and place of respect for them because they were honest with you. This connection bores me to death. I need something more exciting. And honestly, that is not even a message for you, Scorpio. This is what I think is going to bring that boomerang back around, this reconnection, because they are bored to fucking death. No one, and I mean no one, in excitement, I'm saying, measures up to the excitement that Scorpio gives any lover in a relationship or in the bedroom, okay? I am going through a roller coaster of emotions. I won't admit it. Yeah, I think they're all over the place. I can actually feel that energy. Like someone's really all over the place. Not very grounded right now. I cannot support your actions. It's too much for me to deal with. Yeah. So honestly, this goes back to that passion. I think that Scorpio, you're just very passionate. A lot of Scorpios right now, I feel a lot of you are entrepreneurial. So you're busy, you're tired. Some of you very exhausted, but you've been really on your grind. Begrudgingly so, because you really want to just be, you know, you want to work smarter, not harder, but you know, you are determined and very driven. And everybody cannot handle that, especially if you're with someone who's more of a talker than a doer, more of a dreamer than an executor. You know what I mean? So Scorpio is going to always come through and uplift you and remind you of your dreams and your goals and try to help you accomplish them, especially Scorpio woman, because you'll actually put your shit on hold to go and, you know, help someone else Which is why there's this break and this pause right now, because I feel like, Scorpio, you need to really spend time on yourself, self-care, getting the rest that you need, because you are fucking tired. You're tired. Like, I feel it. Like, sleeping doesn't really matter because you wake up just as tired as you were when you went to bed. Like, that's just how much your mind has been going and how much you've been just driven to go out and get it right now, to accomplish your goals and your dreams. Okay. Yeah, and so someone here is just feeling overwhelmed by that. Thus, the I can't really support your actions is too much for me to deal with, because they can't even support their own. I feel like this is a person who hasn't even started on their own dream. You know what I mean? But yet you want, Scorpio, and you're attracted to that go get it, that alpha energy, right? Whether it's alpha female or alpha male. And at the same time, you choose otherwise because you can't hardly take it, and now you're bored to fucking death. So it's like, that's what I said, this person's like all over the place, just too many minds. That one popped out. We got to see what that one says. Rejecting you was protecting myself. I was being selfish. I'm telling you, you just can't even make this shit up. Rejecting you was protecting myself. I was being selfish. Right? And remember, I'm seeing someone but didn't want you to know yet, right? Wasn't ready to tell you yet. So I was being selfish. Wow. But also protecting themselves, because the pullback, remember, with this unrequited love card, the pullback was really due to someone's. Remember, I was saying things were getting too deep. Like, you make people go deep, even not even trying. That's just what you do, Scorpio. You're deep, deep waters. You are the black night of waters. You know, once you get down too far, there's no light. You can't see the moon. You can't see anything. Like, when people get that deep down, you can't see in the water. It could be extremely frightening, right? Because you don't know what's coming next. You don't know what's around you. If there's sharks, if there's, you just don't know. And then it's too much pressure. The deeper you go, the pressure is on, right? You can only go so deep before it has some type of adverse effect on the body. Man, Scorpio. Okay. And then my mask keeps me safe. I need to fake my feelings. You just can't make it up. And then on the bottom of the card, I smile on the outside, but I am dying on the inside. So this is someone who was pretending to be very content right now and happy. And again, still in this avoidance energy, and I just need my space, and living in uncertainty and in inauthenticity. Okay, and it's killing them on the inside, and yet they still won't make a move to change anything. Okay, man, that's deep, but that's it, Scorpio. That's it, and that's all. I hope that helped you to kind of find clarity in this situation. And until next time, and all you're getting, get understanding. Remember that love is the highest vibration of all. Love brings change. And until next time, optimal levels of health, wealth, and wholeness to you. Bye.